We are working on getting the clutch replaced. I've got some other things to do to it, but I'm probably going to hold off on those here for a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. And part 2 of the Project 944 clutch replacement turned into a much bigger project, and I'll show you why. So if you watched part 1, you may notice that got some things kind of cleaned up around the shop, and the car is actually sitting much higher. So here's what's going on. I got the transaxle out, and the first day, the exhaust, all that kind of stuff. I got a bunch of the other stuff disconnected, but to get the bell housing off, there is down right in there, not sure if you can see it, but there is a speed and reference sensor on the bell housing, and those sensors need to come out of the bracket, and then the bracket needs to be unbolted and then kind of slid out as you pull the bell housing back. So the problem I have is one of those two sensors is stuck in the bracket and I cannot get it out. The other problem I have is the two Allen bolts that hold that bracket onto the bell housing or the block. It's at a really weird angle, so I cannot get them to break loose. I don't have enough leverage at the angle I have to go at. So gonna turn into a much bigger project here, and you may notice behind me the engine crane. So the whole reason for getting the car up higher and resetting everything is I'm gonna pull the engine. So now we're gonna start working on getting the engine pulled out. The engine actually comes out underneath the car. So looking at online things like Clark's Garage, I need 21 inches of clearance underneath the car to drop the engine out, and my original setup I had 17 inches. So I actually had to put the wheels back on. I cleaned up the shop, I had to move it over and get the engine crane in here, but I actually re-lifted the car with the standard blocks on my quick jacks here, set the car down on blocks, and then was able to get my SUV pad lifts in here so that I can get it up higher. So now I now have 22 inches of clearance, I believe. So we should be good. So I did mention in the first part that there were some other things I wanted to do to the car that I was going to hold off on, but with having to pull the engine, I'm just going to go ahead and get it all done. And those items are timing and balance shaft belts, and then all the tune-up stuff. And I am pretty sure I'm going to find some other things along the way. Might look at replacing the radiator while it's out. I'll be checking hoses, I'll be checking all kinds of seals and gaskets and everything for leaks, and if there's something that needs to be replaced while the engine's out, I may as well do it. So turn into a bigger project, so here we go. Alright, so I'm making some progress here, but definitely starting to feel a little bit better about doing this. So right now I've got the air box and everything off, and you can see in there it is pretty nasty, gunky in there, so definitely gonna be a good opportunity to clean that out. And like I said earlier, I think that definitely going to be finding some stuff on this that I'm going to want to address. So just going to keep plugging away here. Well, it's taken a couple of days and it's been a lot of work, but the engine is now out. All because of one sensor and 2 bolts. So thanks to that, I had to remove the whole engine. So we'll do some more work on it while it's out, get everything cleaned up. But it's at least progress.